All right, man. It's the time for the Detroit Pistons to move Cade Cunningham off the ball. A lot of people talking about Cade recent struggle. Obviously, he ain't played a lot of basketball. The last couple of years. Since he been in the league, he ain't played a lot of basketball. He been injured. People talking about maybe you need to bring him off the ball a little bit. And it's a time for the Pistons to go out there and get a true point guard. I mean, obviously, they trying to work the Killian experiment. Man, that's stressful talking about. But they trying to work that experiment with him working the ball, having the ball in his hand and doing his thing. But I don't think he the guard they looking for. So it ain't like it's a bunch of pure point guards that's walking out here that you can find or whatever. I mean, obviously, I think they're preparing to move on from Jay Ivey. I think Jay Ivey's preparing to move on from them. I mean, then you can kind of put him in a developmental spot to be the two guard. I mean, Sasser, to be the point guard, but him and Cade, they both need to tighten their handles up a little bit and take care of the basketball. Cade is shooting 123rd out of 145 in the league at around 46% from the 2-point land, and he's shooting atrocious from the 3-point land. I'm gonna talk about why that is. But possibly need to probably get a lead guard in there. But like I said before, they hard to find. When they passed up Tyrese Halliburton, they passed up, somebody that's a rarity in the NBA today. You know what I'm saying? So when you start talking about guys that can, like Josh Giddey and Tyrese Maxey, those guys, not Tyrese Maxey, Josh Giddey, LaMelo Ball, what's the other guy's name, man? I just named him, Tyrese Halliburton, guys like that, man, they hard to find. Now most of the lead guards is built like Luka looking to score, De'Aaron Fox looking to score, Damian Lillard looking to score. That's what the new lead guard position is, I just think before you talk about putting them next to another lead guard and letting somebody bring the ball up the court, I think the true issue is he pretty much he going 1-on-5. He's the only offensive threat that you're scared of in the starting lineup. You're not worried about a Short Thompson shooting the ball. You're not really worried about Duran doing anything offensively outside the paint, and that's fine. You're not worried about if you're going to live with Isaiah Stewart being their second best offensive player, and that's who their second best offensive player is in the starting lineup. It's Isaiah Stewart. I'm going to live and die by Isaiah Stewart shooting that three in that corner, shooting on the wing. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the end of the day, guess what? Of course, my shooting percentage is going to be bad, and my volume, I'm gonna be a high volume scorer because it's nobody in the offensive starting lineup outside of me who can go get a bucket when you need it. Short Thompson right now, he more of a slasher, crash the boards, really good at everything, passing, rebounding, but he just can't shoot. He can finish at the rim and all that type of stuff, but he can't shoot. So guess what? I can just pack the paint in on him. Killian Hayes, he driving the ball a little bit better, shot the ball well next couple games. You're going to live with Killian shooting that ball on the wing. You're going to live with him building a brick house from 2-point land. Isaiah Stewart is your number 2 offensive threat in the starting lineup. And Monty Williams doesn't seem to be anxious to make an adjustment. And it's supposed to be a defensive lineup, but then you got a liability and Isaiah Stewart as a defender. He can't defend the 4s. He can't defend the 5s. You know what I'm saying? And Hayes ain't good enough to stay out there and, he just fell into make an adjustment. He don't want to make an adjustment for whatever reason it is. He don't want to get the keys to somebody else and let somebody else in there and put a little bit of offense in there. And that's even putting Ivy, putting Sasser in there, and then seeing what you got. It's insanity. You're doing the same thing over and over again, and which up to 6 or 7 losses. They probably gonna lose tonight versus Atlanta. So you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And don't nobody see a goddamn issue with it. You're doing the same thing over and over and over again. Come on. And don't nobody see an issue. Okay? So, So I think the problem before you say, well, let's take the ball out of his hand. Guess what? If I'm controlling the offense, running high pick and roll, being the lead guard, who the hell I'm gonna get a ball to? Who I'm gonna give it to a scorer? It's only so many pick and rolls I can do to Jalen Durham for the alley oop. It's only so many pick and rolls I can dish it out to shooters, so I'm not playing with no shooters. It was interesting. They was holding guys to 100 points a game, 105, 90, 95 points a game with that defensive lineup. You will probably live with that. But if you're giving up 120 and they blowing the doors off of you, like I said before, he doesn't have any offensive help. The offense starts and ends with him. He's the best shooter out there. He's the best scorer out there. He's the best finisher at the basket out there. He's probably the best post player out there. He's the best facilitator out there. So everything he doing on offensive end, he's number one in. There's no relief out there. It's him going 1-on-5, literally. And they don't find it to be an issue. They don't find it to be an issue. You know, it's like they're intentionally trying to tank. That's what it looked like to me. You know, if any time to tinker with a lineup is early in the season. Just my opinion. Just my humble opinion. You know. But the KIM keep it moving. Yeah, so before you still think about going out there and trying to find a lead point guard, which they hard to find. I mean, I don't know nothing about the draft this year, but who you go other than the dude supposed to go number one? I forget the guy, Cooper Flag or something like that, whatever his name is. But you need that lead guard. And on top of it, with that lead guard, he needs to be able to shoot the rock. And that's why it's so hard to like fathom, you know, how they passed up on Tyrese Hellenberg. It's exactly what they need. Defensive guy, can shoot it, can facilitate, selfless. And it was Piston fans, you know, up until like last year that still was trying to justify Killian being better than Hellenberg. He's just as stupid as Troy Weaver is. There's no way you could put Hellenberg in the gym and Killian in the gym and separate workouts. You tell me Killian better. There's no way. I'm really starting to think they're sabotaging this Piston franchise on purpose. Everybody, even people who don't even know basketball, can see the problem with the lineup that the Pistons throwing out there. Everybody can see the problem. Everybody see the problem with the lineup they throwing out there. So before they go out there, long story short, and go get a lead guard, I think the number one step, because before, you know, you go through the military and some jobs, you're supposed to have a chain of command. And if you don't know what a chain of command is, let's say you at the job and you go to your team leader and don't nothing get done, then you go to they go to the manager, nothing get done, then you go to the big manager, then nothing get done, then you got to go above them until something get done about it. So in this scenario, before you go out there and make a drastic trade to get a lead guard or think about getting a lead guard, the number one thing you need to do at that point, you need to say, okay, what can we help Cade Cunningham at? He need more offensive firepower in the lineup. Simple as that. They need more balance. The offense is the lineup is all defense, and they giving up a ton of offense on the other end. You know, so we'll see. But it just looked like it's straight sabotaging this franchise. That's what it looked like. Either they that stupid or they intentionally sabotaging the franchise. There's no in between about it. So when you ask, oh, Cade been slumping a little bit, obviously you got to remember he ain't played a ton of basketball the last couple of years. And then two, you look at the offensive line, the lineup that he in. Isaiah Stewart is the next best offensive player. So they need to make a jump. Oh, what adjustments would you make, CJ? Easily. Either I'm putting Ivy in there, I'm putting Sasser in there. It's simple as that. It's as simple as that. Ivy or Sasser until Bojanovic get back. Then we go from there. But hey, check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. Don't forget, check out my new channel, Free Game 89, FR33 Game 89, right in the link tree. In addition to that, man, check out my main channel, Goodfella TV. That link's in the link tree as well, too. Peace.